He is, I don't think. There he goes. There we go. Katie, could you hit us with the roll call?
Yes.
Thank you.
Commissioner Blakely,
Here.
Chairman Bradley,
Here.
Commissioner Howie,
Here.
Commissioner Kine,
Here.
Commissioner Mobley,
Here.
and Vice Chair Sights.
Here.
Next on our agenda is the approval of minutes. Is there any questions or comments? If not, I'll look for a motion to approve.
I just have to point out that in present, it says Commissioner Kine, and absent says Commissioner Kine.
And where's that at?
A roll call.
On the roll call? Okay.
So which was it?
Which was it?
I
Were
was
you here?
absent.
He was
You were
gone.
absent.
I was
Okay.
absent,
Yes.
yes. I was out of town.
I move that we approve the minutes with that correction.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye. At this time, we'll open up our comments to the public, and for the members of the public, they may be heard on any item of interest that's not on our agenda this evening, and any speakers addressing the commission will be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Be advised that, by law, the commission is not able to deliberate or take any action on issues presented during the oral comments. And I know we have one person here, but I'm assuming he's for the other agenda item. I guess I can make a motion or have somebody make a motion to close because I don't see anybody else here in the public.
Motion to close public comment?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next on our agenda is our business at hand, which is a public hearing to consider a lot line adjustment between two adjoining residential parcels. The applicant is Tom Renner with the APN number of 202-112-038 and 39 and 202-113-026. Project site is 110 St. Joseph Drive. Zoning is residential, single-family, residential 1-10. Liz, do you have anything you'd like to add to this?
Yeah, I can give you the presentation. It
Thank you.
should be relatively swift. So as you said, as the chairman Bradley said, this is a proposed lot line adjustment between two adjoining parcels. And I'm going to show you those parcels on the overhead or on the slides. This is just the general location map, and this is located south of Redwood Way and west of Ronerville Road, generally to the west of Redwood Memorial Hospital, and just north of Jameson Creek. And then I will give you the detailed. This is just the aerial view that shows. And then Ambrosini School is to the east. The hospital is just out of the view to the north, and then to the west is the Fitzy subdivision project, which you had approved a couple of years ago, and which is the first phase is constructed and occupied. So, and then you can see Jameson Creek along the south. So there are these are assessor parcels. The next slide will show the actual parcels. But you can kind of see overall that the blue boundary, the outer blue boundary identifies the two parcels. And then the zoning is, let's see, it's, and I want to apologize for the confusing. I think there are a lot of lines and a lot of information on your site plan, so I'm trying to present it to you in a logical manner that helps you look at, the lines are irregular. There's some irregularities. It's actually a straightforward lot line adjustment, but the layout and the configuration is unusual. So the zoning is actually R16 on a portion of it, on the northern and eastern portions, and then R110 just on the lower portion. And I'll go back to the previous map to show you this number 3 parcel is the R110. And it's And so there's a split zoning on that parcel, but it's irrelevant on this, at this location, because most of that is going to be basically not developable because the creek does run through there and riparian vegetation. And there was a 50-foot setback from the top of bank, so most of this is not going to be developable in that, just in that portion. So, you know, for all practical purposes, the zoning is R16, which is a 6,000 square foot minimum lot size. And actually, the zoning doesn't have a lot to do with the, you know, the current lot line adjustment proposal, because there's no increase in the number of parcels. So, you know, the R16 does indicate a 6,000 square foot minimum lot size, and that would really come into play if and when these parcels are subdivided in the future. The main thing we want to look for in that relating to the zoning is that the reconfigured parcels are at least 6,000 square feet. So that's really what we want to check for. And these are both beyond that. In fact, I can go over that. So the lot line adjustment is going to transfer 1.15 acres, and the new parcel sizes are both, see, they're both above 1 acre, 1.12 acres and 7.5 acres. So they're large lots. This is the site plan that you received, in your packet, and then I have a detail that will show the lines to be deleted and line to be added, so the, you know, the reconfigured parcels. So the site plan that you've been able to look at does show there's a road, an access road that comes off of St. Joseph Drive, and it serves 2 residential units, one on each of the legal parcels, and that's a private road. It's an existing road. The property line will be adjusted, not along that road, so it's going to be the common sideline that is going to move from this northern location about 100 feet. I think it's, I can't read the numbers now. I think it's about 100 or 100 or 200 feet. And so it will basically create a smaller parcel, that 1.17 acre parcel, for one of the residential units. And then this upper parcel will be joined with the other residential unit. So the reconfigured parcels, oh, no, I went the wrong way. So this is just a close-up of what I just showed you. The red line is the line to be deleted, and the green line is the line to be added. And then I also, on this map, and I hand wrote these into your large site plans, just, you know, so that you could kind of follow what was going on. Parcel one, what, you know, was or is this larger piece here. And then the when the line is going to be relocated, that where it says line to be added, then this upper portion is going to go, you know, merge with the parcel, what we're calling parcel 2. And here you can see the private road that serves both parcels, and there's also a 50-foot easement. So both parcels will retain that access. You know, so that's one of the other things that we look at on lot line adjustments, is to make sure all of the utilities and the access will be, you know, provided to both of the parcels. So we don't want to move a line and then cut off access or cut off utilities to either of the parcels. Those are really the main issues. Also, that both parcels will continue to meet the zoning standards, not just for minimum lot size, but also for setbacks. And you can see that there's still, you know, a couple 100-foot setback from the new, you know, between the house and the new property line. And then let's see. So the new property lines will again be that side property line, and then for parcel 1, and then for parcel 2, that will be, you know, somewhat of an irregular parcel. It wraps around, and it does wrap around now, but it's just going to be a larger area on the north side. And then it will continue to you know, the river, the creek, Jameson Creek, there's no change down below at that side, on that side of the parcel. It's really just moving that side common property line. So there won't be any change in the development potential or the developability of either of those parcels. The lot line adjustment itself does not increase the number of parcels or change in actual density. They are served by city water and sewer, and that won't be impacted. The attachment A, the findings does include discussion of what I just presented to you as far as zoning conformance, a general plan and zoning standards. The lot line adjustment was sent out, as we always do with lot line adjustments, to utility providers, including PG&E and AT&T and Suddenlink, to make sure they don't have any easements or, utilities that would be impacted. As always, we do send the referral, to the city engineering department and the city surveyor, and the city surveyor reviews for, they check the deeds to make sure these are legal parcels, and then they will check the new deeds, or the new deed, and the notice of lot line adjustment that gets recorded. So that's a really important part of the process, is to make sure that the deeds that get recorded, reflect the new property descriptions. So with that, I'll turn it back to the Planning Commission for any questions that you might have.
Thank you.
No question from me.
Anybody have any questions or comments?
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's perfectly straightforward.
But this-
We'd be more concerned if the lot line were maybe closer to the creek, or, they're large parcels, and they'll still be large, but, the area that's being adjusted is, relatively flat. It doesn't have any unique kind of characteristics, any natural, resources or geologic issues or anything like that. It's really, the purpose of the lot line adjustment, it's really between the property owners, that one of them is going to have a larger parcel for their benefit in the future.
Yeah.
Well, at this time, I'll open it to public comment. I think we have our petitioner here. I don't know if you have anything you want to add or say.
Yes, I'm Wally Wright. I prepared that map and representing Tom Renner. I did talk to Tom, and he says he has no plans for any development on that parcel. Currently, he maintains that whole area, and his mother did live in that house, and then she's passed away, and now the house is getting conveyed to somebody else, and he just wants to have control over all that land that he actually maintains. And so that's the only reason he's doing the lot line adjustment, and has no plans for development for as long as he owns the property.
Thank you.
So if you have any questions?
No.
Thank you. That's a good summary. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Motion to close public comment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make the motion that we adopt Resolution P 2022-3089, which is a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Fortuna approving a lot line adjustment for Tom Renner.
I will second that.
Roll call vote, Commissioner Blakely,
Yes.
Chairman Bradley,
Yes.
Commissioner Hallie,
Yes.
Commissioner Kine,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Sights.
Yes.
Well, at this time, I guess, do we have any other staff communications, Liz? Any
Just a
updates?
couple. I just wanted to let you know that the council, with all of the improvements, the technological improvements in the council chamber, one of the things that are, the city manager's office is phasing in is the use of Zoom, so to create a hybrid meeting. And so that's going to be an upcoming thing, I believe. Oh, at the next council meeting, they'll be signing a resolution to approve a hybrid meeting. I'm not sure why they have to sign a resolution, but for whatever reason, they do. And so in that case, once that's started, any planning commissioner or city council person who might be out of town or unable to attend will be able to attend through Zoom, and the public also. So when they call in, I think they can probably still be able to just call in, but they can also participate by Zoom. So that's exciting. So I didn't see when they would actually implement it, but I think really soon, because now, right now, we are, I don't know if you noticed, but we just did the presentation on Zoom, so rather than on the overhead. So instead of having Access Humboldt to film, the screen like they used to do, which results in, in some resolution issues, tonight they did that. They projected or transmitted right from they're connected to our laptops here. So, and it's much easier for us to operate it that way, actually.
Good.
We're learning. Tonight was our first time, so it's not easier in that regard. We get to learn new techniques, but definitely it's easier than, well, especially at council meetings, we sit on the other dais and we can't see the screen when we're presenting, and that's awkward. So I just happened to hear the city manager giving his report to the council, and so a couple of exciting city projects. The Rona Recreation District is getting closer to having their study completed that will identify the cost of maintaining the pool, like the ongoing cost. They didn't have those numbers yet, or they didn't present them, but they're going to have it really soon, and they're also looking at ways to fund it. And I believe that most of the cost, maybe grants and things like that, or city general fund, but I believe they're going to take property tax to the voters at some point. So that'll be really, so I think they're, it's a long process for them, but I think they're accomplishing a lot further than we've ever gone before on actually having a pool in the city. Yeah, and then Rona Park basketball courts are going to be improved. I think that he said they're going out to bid in about a month, and that's Measure E improvements. And what they're going to do is, repair. They're going to use they're going to put in they'll have 2 basketball courts instead of 1, where the 1 is now, and they'll be improved.
Nice.
And they're going to have like landscaping and picnic benches and things like that. So I know, people are really excited about that. And then they're also going out to bid on the new Newburgh Park master plan for the improvements. It's really triggered by the area that's west of the existing Newburgh Park. There's that field there extending to the creek, which the city has acquired. And so they'll be designing, really a whole new, they're going to incorporate most of what's there, leave that with some improvements there, but they'll be adding 2 soccer fields, and, I think they're just going to have like a better design, or a better, more precise layout. I'm not sure exactly, but I know that's going to be improved. They're going to add a skate park and trails. So trails, walking trails around the park, and you'll be able to walk through the park as well. So that's, going to be really great recreational opportunities that I'm excited about as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
That recreational district, do they have a site in mind? Is it the one that they've been thinking about for months now, or years?
Is that at the Gene Lucas Center, I believe?
Gene Lucas Center?
Should be the
Yeah.
Gene Lucas Center.
Between the senior center and the community center.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I have a question for you both, or one of you. Do we still need applicants for this planning commission to fill our 7th seat?
Yes, thank you. Yes, and an alternate. So we need, there's an immediate need for one additional, and then it's always nice to have an alternate. But, so 2 people could apply, or could get appointed.
Any other questions for Liz or Katie? Don't want to leave you out of this, Katie. If not, I'll entertain another motion.
Motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, again.
Thank you.
Thank you again, ladies, as always.